Thomas, you're next.
It once took me 5.5 hours to cook macaroni cheese.
Please, Steve.
True.
Is it homemade macaroni, as in you made the pasta?
No. It was dried macaroni.
How long does it take to boil macaroni? 10
It's
minutes?
not just
10,
boil
12.
it. There's more to it. There's more to it than that.
There's a lot to making macaroni cheese.
There's
It's
more-
not just boil. You have to, you know, make like a roux, which is like a white sauce, but be careful because it goes lumpy and
5.5 hours.
Well, you may be helping him out here, Joe.
Oh,
If-
sorry.
if this is like, how do you make macaroni cheese,
You make
Joe?
a roux and it can
Tell
go
us this.
lumpy and...
How would you make a roux? And don't say you had it off with a kangaroo.
We could have a little Joey, couldn't we?
That's good. Oh, that's very good.
Don't need your pity. I do a bit, but I was following a recipe. So I remember it had 4 different types of cheese in it, but it got.
Do you
held
remember
up.
the types of cheese?
Mozzarella? Not really.
All right, let me rephrase the question. Could you name any cheeses?
Was there a specific occasion? Was it for someone's birthday party or your birthday or...
We were on holiday.
Who's we?
It's my family and another family.
And is it your job to cook for everybody?
Not after that, no. The whole thing got held up because somebody stole some of the cheese.
Who took your cheese?
Well, I can't remember who it was, but I do remember that actually at that stage I said I'm not doing the meal at all anymore. So
Where were you, Joe? Where did this happen?
I now understand why he doesn't appear very often on this show. This is a mess. It's so awkward and anxious and nervous and all of it. Oh, man.
Cornwall.
So somebody came and
Okay.
took one of the cheeses, and you needed 4 cheeses.
I had 4, and I had it all laid out because I like to get everything kind of meticulously ready. So sort of 2 hours in, all I'd really done was get all the ingredients into... I think I've seen too many cooking shows, so I like to have all the ingredients in all the special pots.
All pre-weighed on a saucer and
All
all that.
pre-weighed, yes.
But is anything being cooked at this point? Is the macaroni on?
No, nothing, no.
You haven't cooked anything. All you've done is lay out the ingredients.
Well, also, there was another delay, which was that I had to move the car. So
Was it in the kitchen?
no, it was blocked. It was blocking one of the neighbours'
Arteries.
drives or something. So I had to go and move the car, and then couldn't find anywhere else to park because it was these like really, really narrow lanes. So I was just getting further and further and further away from where my family
down.
were.
Why couldn't someone else park it for
Because
you?
of insurance and, you know...
Yeah, but
you
no one
drove
would have
into
seen you.
a
You're in the middle of
anyway.
nowhere.
They wouldn't have seen it, but, you know, you can't muck around.
Joe, what are you thinking?
I think it could be true.
Really?
So I read something the other day, and this woman was complaining about her son. She said she asked him to empty the dishwasher, which is the one thing she asks him to do every day. And she timed him, and it took 4.5 hours. And that was because he was just kind of teenager-ish. At one point, apparently, he said, "I've just got to go and have a rest." So I think it's possible.
Joe strikes me as a man that's not in a rush.
That's funny. Okay. I totally believe this for 2 reasons. One, sometimes when I cook, something that should take half an hour, maybe an hour, can take me 3 because I'm very meticulous and I like to do things slow and make sure it doesn't burn. And maybe if I have to do 2 steps at once, like, for example, macaroni and cheese, you got to do the pasta part and the cheese part. I prefer to do one and then the other so I don't get distracted and have something burn. So yeah, I can take a long time with some things that maybe not 5.5 hours, but sure. I never had to move a car while cooking, to my knowledge, but sure. And 2, I am the youngest child in my family, right? Okay. There's 3 of us, but I live with my oldest brother, the first child, if you will. And every time we get home from work, The kitchen here is really small. Like most kitchens in Argentina are freaking tiny. It's like a one-person ordeal, right? If the 2 people in the kitchen is absolute freaking chaos. 1 person in the kitchen is absolute chaos with how tiny it is, but whatever. So every time we get home, we're both starving, and it's really late. But just like the natural order of things, since he's the oldest, he always gets first dibs on the kitchen, which pisses me off. And sometimes he'll just like make a sandwich or whatever, but he takes like an hour and a half. The other day I timed him. It was insane. He made just like a 2 toasty sandwiches, and it took him an hour and 20 minutes. I don't get what he does. And every time I like go and say, hey, you almost done? I'm freaking hungry. He's just like sitting there staring at the toast, getting toasty. Like, I don't know what he does. I don't know how he takes so long, but it's insane. Insane, okay? And every time he goes into the chicken, it doesn't matter what he makes. He's not one of those cookie people. Like, he barely knows how to boil water. Like, he'll burn water and burn cereal, that kind of people. So, like, I always think of him in the kitchen, like Homer making breakfast for Mr. Burns, where he just puts water, puts cereal, and it catches on fire. Exactly. It's exactly that. It's insane. So the things he makes are stupid simple, and it still takes him for frickin' ever. So I think homie's... I don't see him capable of lying also. Like, he's very odd. So, yeah, true.
I would like to be with him in a fire. Bobby?
So let's lean towards true.
OK, well, say true.
You're going to say it's true? OK.
Yeah.
Joe, was that the truth or was it a lie?
Well, it's true.
I finally got one.
It's true.
Yay.
Joe did spend 5.5 hours making macaroni cheese. Our next